Hello there, privacy fans. My name is Mark Barnabas, your data protection pal, and it's been a half year of 2021, and welcome second half 2021. Wishing you all the best for the rest of this year. So, what's up this week for the fortnight on data protection and cybersecurity? We start off first with a major breach in the logistics industry. This time, HMM from South Korea has got hacked, and we do not know how much data is there, but they have already announced that they are continuing the business, which is good. So businesses, be careful. These hackers don't rest, and they are always looking for ways to, undermine systems and steal personal data. Of course, we really need a change in this whole ethos thing. And if you are also a company that has many third-party vendors, take note of this. This is a government vendor that got hacked. Not really the government themselves, but a vendor that holds data of the government. So fortunately for this particular incident, the data that was, somewhat breached was already anonymized. So they have got good protocols and programs to ensure that the data is anonymized before it goes out somewhere. So that's where some of us, when we are having third-party vendors, we really have to perform audits and checks, and of course communicate well with the vendors, and in event of anything that happens, make sure we have good controls to ensure or minimize risks, and most importantly even reduce any impact that can happen in case of a attack like this. So moving on from hacking to protection and being aware, this article from EdTech really talks about how educators are using many tools online and even physical tools like the robots, Alexa and Google, and all these could be listening in and collecting, using and disclosing personal data of the children in the classroom. Therefore, it is really important that educators start to be aware of the tools they use. Are we overlooking some of these security in these tools? And we're going to ensure that these tools are constantly updated or are able to ensure the privacy of our customers. And not just education, I guess, but also in medical and fintech kind of situations whereby we need to be aware of the tools we are using. So take note and make sure you read the privacy policies along the way. And now to China, the country that I so much enjoy and miss. Xiaomi highlights privacy protections in its June meeting in its Privacy Awareness Month. So this kind of shocked me because wow, on one hand we have several news about Chinese companies not upholding privacy or not keeping privacy or stealing data from our place, and then we have here privacy protection meeting. Well, I got to comment that this is after all a PR news. So Xiaomi probably paid some PR to have this article published. Now, but what's the purpose and reason? To look good, or really are they finding that privacy is important in branding? So something for you to think about, because branding and privacy, I believe, could come together, just like how Apple is using privacy as a form of branding now with its protection or encrypted email compared to the previous versions. And if you are using cloud, it's good to, of course, use cloud because it really gets us to be able to work from anywhere, literally. And yet, we also must remember the risk of putting things on the cloud, because anything online has some form of vulnerabilities. So it's very important that in the organization they think about how to organize the data, and sometimes perhaps not everything should go in the cloud, maybe. So it's again, review this with your privacy practitioners and your data protection officers to find what's best for your organization. There is no right and wrong, it's really what works best for your organization. And last but not least, I'd like to talk about this article because this is where I think it concerns a global kind of a practice where data breach notification or enforcement becomes very important. Many countries have already implemented the mandatory notification to the regulators and even to affected parties. So it looks like many countries, including Singapore, where I am in, is following this 72-hour standard. Yeah, I always feel that 72 hours may be too short or long. What do you think? So I understand that for banking sector, like their uptime is like 1 hour. So 72 hours, I don't know, could be reasonable. So is there a global kind of enforcement standard that can be implemented all over the world? And like the question that I always keep asking and no answer so far is, what if the data is breached and the subjects are not of that country? Then would they be informed, or, well, it's a thought for you. So my name is Mark Barnabas. Hope you had a great week ahead, and connect with me on LinkedIn, and hope to see you real soon. Take care and be safe.